The U.S. Navy has opted to shut down fuel tanks and fuel lines at the Pearl Harbor Naval Base, blamed for dangerous levels of petroleum that are contaminating not one but now two groundwater sources. State health officials are saying tainted water has already forced hundreds from their homes. Lilia Luciano met a woman on base who is worried for her family's health and safety.
We just don't even turn on anything.
Military wife and mom Cindy Rivera fears her family had been drinking toxic water tainted with jet fuel for a long time.
The first indication was my husband had a rash on his face that was really like violently red.
She and her kids also got sick, and when the water started smelling like gas, she said no more and stopped drinking it.
How much exposure do you fear that you had?
Like 11 days, even contamination in months before that.
She says it feels like camping with her 4 kids at home, having to wash dishes, bathe, and cook with bottled water.
I just think we were living in paradise and unknowingly having this situation where we were getting ourselves and our kids sick.
I'm disgusted, really.
At town hall meetings, military officials have tried to reassure anxious families, but provide little information. And the issue has now affected a second Navy well.
We are working day and night to figure out what the source of the odors.
Ernest Lau, manager and chief engineer of the Honolulu Board of Water Supply, says the Navy needs to empty out the fuel tanks and pipelines altogether.
We believe that safe drinking water is also important for our defense and for our security.
Lau believes the problem is in the way the tanks were designed and hastily built.
The only thing that keeps the fuel from leaking out into the environment and eventually into the groundwater is a 1/4-inch steel plate that was installed and welded in place 78 years ago.
Some military families fear the long-term impacts to their livelihoods and health.
We should do everything we can to support these families and show that, you know, this service of our servicemen and our families that serve alongside is not in vain.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Lilia Luciano on the island of Oahu, Hawaii.
Clean water should be something we all have access to.